Now different people will come up, different company, different kind of actually the algorithm will come up. Now we will know how to generate the intelligence in different form. The world is actually changing. And the first chat GPT come, the people are start thinking in a different way. The AI is evolving. The number of parameter, how many token, how many parameter it can actually handle at a time. At this moment, few billion parameter it can handle it.
Welcome to the AI First podcast, where we'll dive deep into how AI is impacting businesses and our lives. Today, we'll be speaking about Eyaana, a AI first sales and customer support solution. I have a very special guest today, and it's the CEO of Eyaana, Mr. Rajiv Roy. Welcome to the show, Mr. Rajiv.
Thank you, Regan.
So, to begin today's episode, Mr. Rajiv, you've been passionate about technology, building innovative products in the AI space. You've been working in the industry for many years now. So, Mr. Rajiv, the name of the podcast is AI First Podcast. So, what is AI First World to you,
Mhm.
and what does it signify?
The world is actually changing. When the AI actually come in 2021 and the first chat GPT come, the people are start thinking in a different way. Now just think actually, whenever actually a customer comes to you, a office, a salesperson or a support person actually give a help to them, right? Give a support to them. So a human actually coming at the front and give the support to the people. Instead of that thing, so this is going to be changed. AI driven any kind of product or solution, it can be the robot, it can be a chatbot or any other thing, will give a support to the first AI will try to handle it. If AI is not able to do it, in that case it will pass to the human. So that's the why we are saying this is actually the new world is coming. That's the AI first world.
So, you mean to say AI will be impacting the front face of most businesses,
Exactly.
and only when needed, the human intervention will be needed.
Exactly.
Interesting. So, what do you feel about the current state of AI in general, Mr. Rajiv? Do you see it accelerating even more? So, in the last 3-4 years, we have seen tremendous growth in AIs and different large language models.
Yep.
So, do you see this accelerating even further in the coming years? Maybe by 2025, we have even things we couldn't even imagine. What do you feel?
It's going to be changed dramatically. But let me tell actually one thing. So the way actually the AI is evolving is the number of parameter, how many token, how many parameter it can actually handle at a time. At this moment, few billion parameter it can handle. Yeah. So this is the one kind of model of intelligence you can say. So it has a huge amount of data, huge amount of processing power. That's why it's actually processing the data, right? It's actually one kind of model. Another kind of model may be come up in future. Just think about a case. So a young kid, so he has a limited number of knowledge. Just think about a 2 or 3 years old. He has a very limited number of words and limited number of knowledge, but he can speak. He can still speak, right? So how he is speaking with a very limited number, very limited processing power. But we are understanding actually those things also, right? So that kind of this is different kind of intelligence. So at this moment, what actually the LLM we have actually at this moment, this is actually based on actually huge amount of data and huge amount of processing power. But new one will come up which has a limited data, limited power, but we also work as a intelligent being which actually can learn and can modify itself.
So you are saying to the more generative aspect of AI is yet to develop,
Yes.
and right now we are working with billions of parameters, and you are saying that AI with limited knowledge will be able to develop much more and learn much more from that limited knowledge and be much more exponentially.
Main thing is actually that okay, now we know how to actually create an intelligence.
Mhm.
In one way we have done it. Now different people will come up, different company, different kind of actually the algorithm will come up. Now we will know how to generate the intelligence in different form.
Mhm.
So that is going to be happen. But the thing is that okay, what actually we have, it is going to be more advanced. So in future, the multimodal definitely is coming up, and we are also working on it. Our Eyaana, the one what we have is still good enough, but it's still not. I don't see is the best. There will be some lots of improvement can be happen.
So you see a lot of gaps in AI
Still.
space, and yep. Also, now that we are speaking about Eyaana, as the founder and CEO of the company, how would you describe Eyaana to the world?
Eyaana is the AI first sales and support solution. So I already explained that actually what is the AI first.
Mm-hmm.
So Eyaana is actually one, you can say actually one kind of a chat bot. So first of all, it will actually try to solve the solution by itself by the AI, and if the AI is not able to handle it, then it's going to the human agent. But human agent also don't know everything, so he need also the help from the AI thing. That's why we have a AI advisor. So
Okay.
AI advisor will help the human agent, and then human agent can actually support to the customer. But after that, a chatting is not a final solution. A people can come to a company for a chat for a two purpose maybe. One is the sales, or they need a support for the existing product or services, right? So the whenever a chat actually generated, after that it can be escalated to the deals or the ticketing system. So in our software, it has a chat software, it has a human support, after that it has a deal, then also it has a help desk and ticketing, and another feature is there, that is the appointment system, appointment booking. So all this together actually coming in a Yana.
So, in a sense, it's not just another chat software out there.
No.
It's a complete solution
Yes.
wherein it can take care of your CRM system, for example, your ticketing
Mm-hmm.
system, for example, and it also acts like your first employee who speaks with the customers and engages
Exactly.
with the customers.
Exactly. We are saying that okay, our Iana is actually will be your best salesperson or will be your best support agent. So that is going to be sure.
Okay, great, very interesting. Uh, and so, on the same lines, what made you build such a
Mm-hmm.
solution? What was your vision behind making Yana? So what was the idea behind it?
Look, when the Chat GPT came into 2021, the even still actually you can see that okay, this is actually an answering machine, a very good answering machine. Whatever you are asking, it just give a reply back immediately. But how can a company are going to use the Chat GPT? So okay, we see actually a small the solution. Suppose just drafting the email, drafting the document, lots of things actually you can use the Chat GPT. But as a company, as their main point, the sales support, how they are going to use it. So that's the reason actually we are trying to think actually how can we use the this kind of AI power in a company in a front face, and that's the reason we build actually the Yana. But our Yana is not like a answering machine. Suppose in our chat, if you go, it will not answer actually that okay, whatever you are asking, it will not answer like that way. It will try to drive you to a certain goal. So AI chat, in our AI chat also you can actually set a goal. So okay, this AI chat his goal is to actually generate the meeting, booking the meeting, or sending the proposal, or closing the deal, selling the item. So you can actually set a goal, and anyhow whenever you are going there, it will try to close that actually the goal. So that's the mission it has.
So when I was playing around with Iana,
Mm-hmm.
so I saw that when I'm using Iana on the Royex Technologies
Mm-hmm.
website, for example, it was trying to give me a more of a consultative approach, and there was a clear end goal that I could see. It was trying to book a meeting with one of your consultants.
Yep.
So that was the end goal
Mm-hmm.
in terms of Royex Technologies.
Yeah.
When I checked the same chatbot on the Iana website, it tried to schedule a demo
Yes.
with one of the salespeople. So there is an end goal that is there
even
in the
even if
background.
if you are seeing our e-commerce one, the end goal is actually directly sell. It
Hmm.
will not go try to talk to you to go to that place or go to do this thing. It will directly try to sell the thing, immediately add it on your basket, and you can immediately go and they do the whole payment.
So basically, Iana, it came into existence to so that businesses can adapt to AI, and they can implement AI in more customer facing roles, not just for making documentations and not just to get some content from ChatGPT, but to have real world use cases wherein it acts like your salesperson, it acts like your customer support,
Mm-hmm.
and Iana can be tailored for each kind of business with their particular goals in mind.
Exactly, exactly. So how it is working actually? So whenever any company will comes with their own knowledge, right? We understand the whole knowledge. We have a knowledge hub, so they need to upload their knowledge. So we are actually helping. Our team is helping actually to upload their knowledge, and we are actually adding the knowledge in such a way. So whenever our Yana actually will talk, it will talk more based on that knowledge. Try to understand actually the customer context, and also we have to set the goal, and based on the goal and based on the knowledge, it will try to drive the customer on that goal.
Interesting, interesting. So the sales and customer support, it's evolving with time.
Yep.
And the focus of Iana, it's on sales and customer support.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you see sales and customer support with the AI technologies? How do you see it changing now? So what are the kind of changes you are seeing that are coming in the next few years in terms of sales? So we are going to be speaking more with AI, more and more with AI now, or will we be losing this human touch? How is it going to happen?
We are not losing the human touch actually, but definitely more focusing on the AI. So now just think about, if you have we just do some study also. If you have a 100 call, that maximum 70 to 80% call or the chat actually support is very actually the very normal reason. Suppose if you are going for a bank, you are not able to update your card, or you want to know the bank balance or this kind of thing. If you are going for the e-commerce, you want to know this kind of dress is available or not, what is the price of this thing, can you add it on the system, or
Mm-hmm.
those things. So this kind of only uh, information is people are looking. So those information, you don't need any human being actually to give actually the support. AI can actually do that part. So what happened, so in 100, 70% actually the issue if solved by the AI, and only 30% issue left for the human. And also that whatever you said, actually the human touch, that is very important actually. Whenever AI is actually are talking with us, it will look sound like robotic, people will not actually um, connect with it, right?
Correct.
So that's the reason what we did, we have a training session. We are train actually the AI based on the how a human are chatting with another human. So
Mm-hmm.
we are trained actually. So then what happened? Its behavior and its the question and the way of actually answering the other customer question is almost like a human.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually more actually touchy and more empathetic to the customer, and even the customer, it also sends actually the customer mood based on the text whatever they're writing. So it will actually more empathetic way are answering the question.
As you said, most of the customer queries, suppose there are 100 queries,
Mm-hmm.
70% of them can be like very trivial for the sales agent, human
Yeah.
human customer support.
Yeah.
But when you are trying to reach out to them, there are so many, there's a volume of people who are trying to solve these small issues. And most of the times when I'm trying with my bank card,
Yeah.
for example, any kind of small query, I have to wait in line for a long time.
True.
And so there's a lot of delay in resolving this customer issue,
Exactly.
and the customer satisfaction goes down eventually with
Definitely.
the bank, and I'll be fed up with my bank, I'll go switch to another bank. So retention is also a big part. So uh, in this sense, how does Iana like solve this issue? Like, can it handle hundreds and thousands of customer issues all at once?
Yeah,
So
it
how?
is. It is. The main reason actually, suppose if you are giving a call to the bank, you know that okay, how long you need to wait actually, right? 10 to 15 minutes you need to wait to receive actually call by the human agent. So you don't need to wait actually that much time. Immediately AI chatbot is actually taking care of it. You can actually ask any question. It will try to give the answer. And most probably it can give actually around to 70 to 80% of your answer. It can actually solve it. But at that time, if you say, okay, no, I need to talk with a human. So it will actually try to connect with a human, but at the same time in that time you can still talk with that AI chatbot. So
Mhm.
that's actually the beauty. So it will, you are not spending any of your time wasting actually to waiting for the human agent to come and actually answer. So that's actually the gap we are actually
So you're saving a lot
solving.
of time for the customers
Definitely.
as well as the customer support for
Definitely.
many of the industries.
Definitely.
And UAE, it's most of the population here is of expats.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the people speak different languages, different cultures.
Yep.
So how is Iana addressing this particular aspect of having such a multicultural
Mm-hmm.
um, a multicultural aspect of the population? So how is it handling the different languages, so cultures? How are
So
you handling that?
language is a very important factor whenever we are working. So we don't know the Arabic. Whenever a customer comes to us and start talking in Arabic, especially in the message, yeah, so it's really tough for us actually to give a reply back immediately, understand all the thing. So what we did actually on our Yana, the language barrier is actually fully gone. So any customer, if they're even asking the question in Arabic or even in their local language, suppose the Malayalam or the any other language, our Iana will give a reply back in their own language. But just understand, our knowledge hub is in English. So we upload all the language, all the knowledge in English, all the transcript, everything is in English, but still it can answer in their local language. So that's actually the beauty part. Now this is we are talking about the AI. Now whenever a human actually come, how human is helping. So AI are so customer is asking the question in Arabic,
Mm-hmm.
but the answering the agent don't know the Arabic. He knows suppose the English only and maybe some French or other language. So our system will first check that okay what language the person knows. If he don't know the Arabic, automatically it will be translated version of the message will goes to the agent.
Agent.
And whatever the agent is writing in his own language, it will be automatically translated to the Arabic and goes to the customer. So for the customer end, customer can see that okay he is actually writing in Arabic and getting the answer also in Arabic. But in the agent end, agent can see that okay this is the initial Arabic one and this is the new the language what he sent to them.
Yeah.
So
So.
this is the way actually we are converting the language in a very easy way.
Mm-hmm. So not just for the customers that they have access to any their local language, they can
Mhm.
directly speak. That is taken care of. But also the customer support people, maybe they are not well versed in all the languages. Maybe where you need someone from each language, someone speaking Malayalam, someone speaking Arabic, someone speaking French, someone
Mhm.
speaking Russian. You just need one person now
Yeah.
who can handle all these issues in a proper way, and
You need a support person, you need a
just a support
salesperson.
person.
You
Yes.
don't need to care for the languages
Language
totally.
anymore. Yes.
And another thing is actually suppose now the voice note is very important, right? People are sending the message in a voice note. So even that voice note, even if it is any language, that doesn't matter. It will
Mhm.
automatically translate in your local language. And whenever you are sending any message that maybe you are sending in a text written, so it will automatically convert to a voice message and will send to the customer. So why we did it? The main reason, uh, suppose the person whenever they are sending in a voice message, they are expecting to receive a voice message also. While they are driving, they are sending you a message. At that time,
That's
the
true.
maximum people instead of writing, they are using the voice message. So at that in that case, so it is very easier for them if they actually listen the voice note. So our system is actually done in that way. So if you send a voice message, you it will get actually the voice note also at the same time.
Because whenever speak with my clients,
Hmm.
usually they send the voice notes and
Yeah,
they expect voice notes back, because usually they do all this texting when they are driving
exactly.
or something like that, or when they're busy.
Hmm.
So this is definitely like a wow thing, like wherein
Hmm.
you're just speaking and you're getting the answers back in the audio form.
Exactly.
That's really interesting. uh, Another thing you mentioned about was regarding the AI can see the intent of the person, can
Hmm.
see the mood swings of the person.
Yeah,
Suppose there's an angry customer. Maybe you have not trained your customer support in that particular way. Maybe the customer support starts fighting with
hmm,
the customer. So is Eyaana solving these issues as well, wherein it's understanding what is the customer coming from, where which point the customer is coming from, he's angry or he's excited or something like that.
yeah. So if you are using the Yana, you can see that okay, whenever the chat is going on, the agent can see that okay, sentimental analysis. So
Mm-hmm.
what is actually the mood of the customer at this moment
Okay.
based on the actually the text whatever they actually mention, and also whenever you are replying back, what is the mood is coming actually? Is it going to be neutral or is going to be happy? We are monitoring every single moment. So
Mm-hmm.
how the monitoring is also happen? So this is I'm talking about the when human agent actually giving a reply back. So
Mm-hmm.
at that time, human agent can see that sentimental analysis and give a reply back. But what happened to the AI agent? When AI agent are doing it, so our Eyaana not working with one chat GPT AI agent. It is working actually at that time more than 6 AI agent are working together. One of the agent, his job is to only monitor that what the customer mood at this moment. Only this is the job. And is the answer is appropriate or not based on that mood. So one agent is checking this the mood and another is agent is giving a reply back. So this is the way we are actually managing actually the mood of the customer and try to resolve the issue.
Mm-hmm. So when you mention human agents and AI agents,
Mhm.
so for our viewers out there, can you just explain like what their roles will be in this system, and how the customer interactions will be handled, like with the human agents, with the AI agents. So
Mhm.
can you just give a breakdown of the workflow?
It's simple actually. So when a human actually is coming,
Mm-hmm.
a customer actually comes to the in a chatbot. So first of all, AI agent is actually taking care of it.
Okay.
So it's asking the question, it's trying to answer that thing. But at this moment, you feel that okay, still not answer is not the perfect. You need to a human touch. You need to talk with actually the human. So you can simply can write it down. Actually, want to talk with a human agent, or I want to talk with your manager, or some way, then automatically our system understand, but immediately not transfer to the human agent. It will still try to convince you that okay, can you give me more time actually, so that I can help you out. Even if you still say that no, I need to talk with the human
Mm-hmm.
agent, at that time it will actually pass the information to the human agent. And whenever it's passing the information to human agent, it also internally make a summary what you have said so far to the human agent. And uh, while actually human agent join, at that time also you can actually talk with the AI agent. So now human agent comes, and human agent you can actually interact with the human agent. And for the human agent also, what we said before, we have a AI advisor,
Mm-hmm.
because human agent don't know everything, all the information. Maybe he is actually confused with some information, so he can ask to the AI advisor. AI advisor will answer those questions, and then from that answer, so you can actually support these people.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is goes to the human agent. So human agent whenever see that okay, this is actually a good deal, it can be need to be more follow up actually. So he can actually, based on the one, he can actually put it on the sales deal, or he can actually, suppose if it's come for the support, he can put on a support ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So from there is some other agent, so support agent or the sales agent, they can take care of it.
Okay. So it's like a unison of humans as well as AI
True,
technology.
true.
That's really interesting. So when you say agents, so there's you give a sort of a training session
Hmm.
to any salesperson or any customer support guy you are hiring.
Yeah.
You give them the training,
Hmm.
and so for your AI agent, is there like a training that goes on, or is it learning all the time? So how does it work? Is there any feedback loop
Hmm.
which goes back to the agent, and it I mean the AI agent, and it becomes better and better?
Uh, the training session of our agent is just like actually the training session of like a human being. So that's very important. And what happened actually at this moment in the market, you can see lots of actually AI chatbot is available. So they're saying that okay, it is immediately, it will be plug and play. You just give some your web information, content information, it will immediately can answer the question. Yeah, it is true. It can answer the question, but it is not as good as a human being. So that's the why we also train the AI agent. So
Mm-hmm.
our Eyaana is a fully managed service. It is not like that you just come here and you can create your own account and automatically the AI chatbot will be running. It's not like that. Our the team will work with the client and make sure that okay, our AI agent is fully trained up. To train up our AI agent, we are taking around 2 to 3 weeks time to train it up. So on the training, what is there? First of all, we are uploading all the knowledge hub and all those things. The knowledge, that knowledge information, we actually tuned it up so that actually it can give a better response. After that, we are taking some human response, so a human to another human, how they are actually do the conversation. So that conversation we trained it up. And
Mm-hmm.
also whenever we are training it up, we also mention that okay, what he can say, what he can't say, and what kind of rule need to be followed. So those kind of information we are actually feed it up. So it's actually big job actually for ourselves. And once it's done, we are doing some test that okay, is it actually performing the goal properly or not.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you can set a goal for the AI agent, like I told you before also, that number of proposal actually sent, number of meeting booking, number of deal closing, what is the amount of sales, and the amount of time they are spending for the customer. You can set the goal. So based on the goal, we are tuned it up so that are it performing the goal perfectly or not.
Mm-hmm.
And also end of the every month, you can see that okay, how close it is with its goal.
That's really interesting. So
Mm-hmm.
there will be targets. So for the AI agents as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really interesting. We'll speak about this on our following episodes as well.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing you addressed here is most businesses, they have their own brand. they have their own way in which they
Yeah.
interact with their customers. So there is a personalization for each kind of brand.
Yes.
So this you are it's not like Eyaana is just a plug and play solution wherein it's very generic,
True.
everyone can just use it. It's not like that. You are making sure that it's personalized for that brand, the identity of that brand,
Yeah.
and you're making sure that each customer doesn't feel like it's this not that brand that you're working with. It's exactly that brand that you're working with.
Exactly. So what we do actually for that? So whenever we are working on the a customer actually onboarding with us, yeah. So it is not actually showing their color and the logo. That's not the brand only. So how the a company are talking with other people? That's the important. Suppose you are working with the ROX, right? How you are talking with other people? That's the brand.
That's true.
So whenever people come, whenever they are talking with you, they feel that okay, you are talking in one way, one direction. Suppose now if I'm talking with any hotel agent, they are talking the other way. The way of talking is different completely from one person to another person, one company to another company. The way of talking you can teach in our Yana. So what do you have to do? You have to record all the different conversation what I have done a human with other human. You can actually train with that information our Yana chatbot, and then whenever it is come a customer, it will actually exactly talk like that way. Not only that, so this is I'm talking about the AI agent. So the AI advisor, which is actually helping the helping the human agent. So that advisor also you can train actually based on how you actually writing the message or how you actually talk. So what you have to do? Suppose if I am a human agent, whatever the message I am sending to the customer, how I am drafting the any message, and any previously I have written any article or not, or my conversation with any other customer, if I give all this information to the Yana, Yana will adopt it. My advisor will adopt it. So whenever I'm asking any question to advisor, the answer advisor will give me based on exactly how I'm writing the English or writing my language actually. So then I don't need to rewrite it in too much. I just take a copy and I just send it to them. The customer can feel that okay, the text is written by me fully.
Because usually when you are sending suppose email replies to any
Yeah.
of your clients or anyone, you usually use many people use ChatGPT, so then they just copy paste over there, but then they see it looks very AI kind of a thing,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
then they go ahead and then they spend another 10 minutes rewriting the whole thing
Yeah.
in their own way.
Yeah.
So this is already taken care of by the AI advisor.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's really interesting. Mr. Rajiv, Eyaana was built, I believe, for enterprises in mind.
Mhm.
But is there any factors that you have considered for small and medium businesses as well?
It is not only built for the enterprise. I don't say in that way. If you see our the pricing breakdown, it is actually very flexible, and the pricing model is actually is a very nice. It's a pay as you go. You don't need to pay anything upfront. Whatever you are using, you are paying for that. But still, there is some packages is there. Means we are saying is a monthly commitment. So our starting monthly commitment is a $99, which is actually very good for the SME. Then our $499, then $999. There are three different packages there. So each package, the pay as you go means each unit, whatever the amount you are paying, that is actually much lesser actually in upper package. So I don't think it's actually is for the enterprise. It can be used for the SME and every company.
So you said there are different pricing tiers.
Mhm.
So do companies lose out on any features in any of these,
No,
or it's
no.
how is it?
Our system is open for everything.
Okay.
You just come here, you can see everything is open based on whatever you are using. You have to pay for that.
So
We are not saying that okay, you are in a sales hub or you are in a marketing section, you can't use it. It is not like that. It's up to you whatever you are want to use it, and everything is going to be open.
so it's more of what you are using that is going to be charged,
Charged.
and it's not to do with
It-
unlocking any
Yeah,
features with
it's
this
just
money.
like a AWS model.
Uh-huh.
So you are paying whatever you are using. You are
Mhm.
not paying actually. If you are not using it, you don't need to pay.
And I think that is why AWS stands out between
Yeah.
most of the cloud providers because of its flexible pricing
Payment
policies.
actually,
Yes,
yeah.
that's true.
And what is actually the benefit for us actually? So we are regularly updating our system, regularly adding new feature. So whenever any new feature comes out, immediately every customer can see that okay, new feature is there. They can start using it. They don't need to wait for that. Okay, they need to upgrade the package or something. They don't need to wait for anything.
So if suppose a business XYZ retail store, suppose they buy it Eyaana today and they
Mhm.
implement it from next month, suppose
Mhm.
1 year down the line with whatever new features you are getting,
Mhm.
they are all free of charge. They can access it
I'm not
down the
saying that
line.
okay, it is a free of charge, but it is accessible to everyone.
Accessibility
So
is there.
if they are going to use it at the time, they need to pay it,
Mm-hmm.
but otherwise they don't need to. But every feature we have a demo testing module
Mm-hmm.
inside our system. So before you are using to with your customer, you can use in a demo. If you feel that okay, this is good for your business, then you can use it. Otherwise, no need to use.
Speaking about smaller businesses,
Mhm.
they often operate with very low margins,
Mhm.
right? So usually they have to, whatever solution they are implementing in their business, they have to make sure that it is going to be a good ROI on that.
Mhm.
So in terms of that, for small and medium businesses who don't have much money to spend,
Mhm.
so is it going to make sense to them to implement such solutions? Is it going to be good on the ROI?
Look, so you need to think actually different way. So what is it, how much actually money you are generating for each sale? Yeah.
Okay.
So based on that, we are not actually very. It is not a very cheap solution. Whenever the AI is going to be involved, it's just like a human being. Instead of a human being, you are involving this thing. So you need to actually think actually how much you are spending for that. But at the same time, if a human being actually you are placing there, and that are giving actually the support to the customer, in that case you are spending more money than us.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, every company should use it. So and a small margin company, they need a volume. So to make a volume, they need to involve or need to be actually depends on the AI agent. There is
Mm-hmm.
no other way.
That's so it's a no-brainer for
No, they need to. Ultimately, this is the way actually every company should go. They need to use the AI to make their actually volume increase, to make the customer happy. That's the only way.
and change is what is inevitable, and every
Definitely,
company needs to change. And
definitely
with the rising demand with the AI,
true.
you need to adapt or you will be left behind. That was a fascinating start to the discussion. We've seen how Eyaana will impact businesses, small as well as large. And we've got into the vision of Mr. Rajiv Roy, the CEO of Eyaana, on why he built such a solution and what he's trying to address with such a solution. In the next episode, we'll dive deeper into what are the features and what makes Eyaana stand apart from its competition. Stay tuned for the next one.